Hey, this is Kevin Pollak, and you're listening to WithoutYourHead.com. But I guess you knew that, didn't you? Unless, of course, you lost your head.
All right, everybody, this is Nasty Neal here at the station of Decapitation Without Your Head, and I'm joined by Eddie Pepitone and director Steven Feinartz. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great.
We're doing good.
Nice. Better Buddha comes out February 15th, and it comes out on demand on my birthday, February 19th.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
I think you should treat yourself to another viewing.
I agree.
Available on video on demand.
Great. How could you have a better birthday than that?
I'm serious.
Mm-hmm. Now, who approached who about doing the movie?
Oh God, I approached Eddie about doing a documentary, and we had just started filming, and we filmed for about a year. But Eddie was initially he was asked to do the documentary. Somebody else asked him to do a documentary, and then I followed up with him about a month later because that one fell apart.
Neal, two people within like a month asked me to do documentaries, and I was like, what do they know? I'm going to die or something? Like, this came out of the blue. I'm serious. So I must have been doing something right in that time period.
Yeah. Well, why didn't you do the previous one?
Because I wasn't so sure about the filmmaker. Like, my vibe was like, I don't know about this guy. You know what I mean? Like, with Steven, I really trusted him right away.
Because you never know how they're going to showcase you in the movie.
Totally. You know, it's like, because you agree to do a documentary, and part of that is like, I don't have any control over it. So, I just went with my gut instinct with Steven.
Now, Steven, why did you want to do it?
I just loved Eddie. I'd been a big comedy fan for a while, and I'd seen Eddie at the UCB and heard him at the end of WTF doing his rants on Maron's show.
Uh-huh.
And we really hit it off when we had a chance to talk, and I really wanted to know more about Eddie, and it was just, it worked out really well.
Yeah. Now, is it weird that the gist of the movie, the idea of the movie, is that you haven't quite made it really big, but yet it's a whole movie about you?
Yeah, that's a good. You're the first one to say that, but yeah, exactly. That it is, because I don't want to feel like the guy who didn't really make it really big. You know what I mean? I didn't want it to be any kind of like sad sacky thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just wanted, I do comedy because I have to. I mean, seriously, I do comedy because it's the way I express myself, and I love doing it. So, whatever happens. It's nice that I've been having some late life success,
Mm-hmm. Now, what's been like the reaction to the movie so far?
So far, it's been really good because, we've been playing different festivals, Slam Dance,
Austin Film Festival, Just for Laughs, Edinburgh Fringe Festival, and So now we're taking on the road for about 15 cities, limited theatrical run, and we're gonna do some Q&As here and there. It'll be fun.
But the reaction so far has been really good, and I was talking to someone else how it's hard for me to accept all this good stuff.
There's so many people in the movie. Patton Oswalt's in a lot. And was there any comedians that just refused to be in the movie?
No. I think everybody was really, really happy to be involved, and they loved Eddie, and was really happy to be on camera and talk about him. Especially guys like Dana Gould, Patton Oswalt, and Paul Provenza. Those guys were especially great throughout the whole film.
Okay, I was hoping there was some dirt there. Someone just like, no.
Yeah. Well, we can give you a couple of. I mean, I could give you a couple of names of people I think wouldn't want.
Oh, so you just decided not to ask them.
Yeah.
I think I bonded with you in the movie when you were feeding the squirrels because.
Do you like to feed squirrels?
I do all the time. Yes.
I love. By the way, I'm really into animals in general. I'm starting to worry about myself, but there's a park across where me and my wife live. She's now my wife, Karen, and I go over there when like LA can be stressful in the car. Am I right? The car is insane. Are you from LA or live here?
I'm in Massachusetts. I'm on the other side.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Well, modern life is stressful. Let me put it that way. Am I right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And modern life is insanely stressful, and it's such a cool way to release stress, go over to the park with a bag of walnuts and feed beautiful squirrels. And I hope your audience is listening, and I hope a lot of them start feeding squirrels.
Yeah,
Walnuts.
Mm-hmm.
Walnuts, yeah.
Yeah. I have wild turkeys here, so I'm feeding all kinds.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah,
that's so nice.
They're a lot bigger than you expect to. They're like waist high.
Yeah. Me and my wife go to like animal sanctuaries and see wild turkeys sometimes. They're amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Where in Massachusetts are you at?
I'm on the Cape Cod.
Nice. Did you get slammed by the storm?
Yes, I did. I was without power until yesterday, from Friday.
Oh my God! Really?
Yes, with no power, no heat. It's about 15 degrees. Was not a good time.
That must have sucked.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. So it was a good pep me up to watch Bitter Buddha earlier today.
Good.
Yes. I brought it all around there. I like the animation in the movie too.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's a guy named Alan Mesquita, really talented animator. He did that. Yeah, we just figured a way to bring out the animation through the podcasting. It was a good way to kind of create a new element into keep the movie going.
Yeah. There was someone asked you was when you were doing like the heckling on yourself. Did you notice?
Yeah.
Did you notice that the guy you're sitting next to, he looks really uncomfortable?
As a comedian, that used to really bother me, and it still sometimes does. That people, like I'll look at someone in the crowd who doesn't seem to be enjoying themselves, but at this point, I don't really care. And the fact that most everybody was enjoying themselves erased the fact that he wasn't. I probably wasn't even aware of him, though, because when I go out into the audience like that and heckle myself, I zone out. I have to zone out into my own world. I can't be too concerned with the people around me.
Yeah.
Just that they're having a good time,
Mm-hmm. Now, this is a horror movie podcast, so I do want to ask one horror question. Shambling zombies or running zombies?
What was the first one?
Like an old school shambling zombie, like an old Romero movie, or like a new school where the zombies run? Which do you prefer?
I prefer running zombies. And
really?
And my favorite zombie movie is Shaun of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that. Shaun of the Dead is amazing.
That is a good
one. But I'm indifferent on the zombies.
I like a shambling zombie. Don't get me wrong, to all your shambling zombie listeners, I like a shambling zombies, but there's something about seeing a zombie run that really kind of perks me up.
It's a little scary if they could come and get you.
Yeah. You see a running zombie and you think twice about your perception of what a zombie is.
See, Will Bozarth here on Twitter, he wants to know, what are your feelings on the Last Comic Standing, American Idol type shows, and as a performer, do you find it unfair?
Hate them. I think that they're phony, that all they do is try to, they manipulate people's emotions. Oh, this one had a hard childhood, and and also I don't like the element of artists being pitted against each other competitively. I think competition is antithetical to art.
And the irony is that he did appear on 1 or 2 seasons of Last Comic Standing.
And I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that show's off the air, so thank God.
Yeah. Now, you said you did this movie like over a year? Like, how much footage did you have?
We filmed for a year. I'm sorry.
I was just wondering, how much footage did you have, and how hard is that to shrink it down to like 90 minutes?
Yeah, that was, we had about 100 hours or so of footage. We filmed for, a few days every week for a year. And it was a challenge, creating a story out of it. It was definitely, luckily Eddie had booked that show in New York, and that was really a big part of the movie. So we were able to create a really nice through line and all that, but it was a challenge. But most of the movie was made in the editing room, like most documentaries.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you're filming the final the final stand up, is there more pressure on you, or do you just go into every stand up with the same type of pressure?
Yeah, that was a pressurized one, I got to say, because I knew the cameras were there. But you know what? Like every stand up show, as soon as I do the first couple of minutes and I get laughs, then I forget about everything and I just go into this zone of performing, and I forget about the cameras or where we are. I'm just having fun with the audience.
I think that's interesting about the documentary, too. You can see how, even though you're a similar guy on and off stage, but when you're on stage, you have a completely different, like, tone. You know, you're performing for people. It's interesting to see that.
Yeah, I'm glad you noticed that. Yeah, when I'm on stage, I'm just heightened. You know what I mean? Like, everything is heightened.
Where did the Bitter Buddha name come from? Was that something, a nickname of yours before the movie?
Yeah, a nickname that was given to me by my friend and podcast partner, Sean Conroy. He just coined that term because, you know, I try to meditate, but I'm still so angry.
Well, again, Bitter Buddha, February 15th, on demand, February 19th, on my 37th birthday. And I want to thank you both for coming on the show.
Thank you. Happy birthday.
Thanks so much, man.
How you doing? This is Lance Henriksen, and you're listening to WithoutYourHead.com.